Hello everybody, I am here to do the twin flame energies for today. Whether you're in union or you're in separation, I also added a crystal for the energy for today, which is jet, which is really good for especially balancing out any kind of negative feelings. It also protects you if somebody throws any black magic at you or throws negativity or throws any kind of heavy, dirty, psychic attacks on you. Throws it right back at them if you work with jet. And it also helps to clearly balance your energy. And even though this is a twin flame reading, this is a good crystal for financial balance. But mostly I'm relating this to the financial balance could also be an abundance of balance with you and your twin flame. Because this is not a financial reading. That's what I look at it like. But all of these energies are going to be general, because this is for the whole entire collective twin flame energies. So not everybody is going to resonate with it, and some of you will resonate with all of it, but whatever resonates with you, just take it. I do, however, offer private readings for twin flames that need clear guidance based on their own needs. So because I give back by doing general readings, but I also do private readings for clients. I help them find insights into what's going on behind the scenes with the energies with their twin flame unions, because there is a lot of energy that's going on. I mean, the energy for feminine masculine energy is temperance. The union is Two of Pentacles, so you're working together as a team, balancing out the energies. But the union, the behind the scenes with the union and the feminine masculine is the Three of Swords. So there is, followed by the Queen of Swords, that is the opposing factor, and this Knight of Hearts, which aka is Cups in cartomancy. So there is a lot of strong factors coming in, and a lot of balancing out too. I feel a lot of harmony coming in. So there's a lot of potential for success today energetically, even if things don't feel good, even if things feel off. There's a tendency to need to really focus on what's going to help bring passion and happiness and harmony back into where it needs to be. And the Jack of Hearts is aka the King of Cups. So there's a lot of things that are coming through that are balancing out the energies. And like I said, this week was going to be pretty shifty because we started the week off with the Lionsgate portal, which even if we're not in the Australian or Asian area of the southern hemisphere, we did have that 8/8 activation, which brought in a lot of things. Like some of you may have been feeling headaches or been feeling drained, or your twin flame could have been exhausted and going through a lot of transitioning. With the feminine masculine energies, there is a lot of transitioning going back and forth. And that followed by the new moon, which was by itself a Leo moon, is pretty connected to source and all about taking action and focusing on being a fixed sign such as Leo is. It also tends to, on moons, be sensitive and pragmatic. And also there are times that Leos with the moon can be slow with their energy. If they're sensitive to things, then they need to really look into a situation. So that's how Leo moons are by themselves. And being a manifestation moon, it's definitely, it triggered a lot of feelings. So you could have been drained, you could have been tired, you could have been feeling like just the need to draw back and step back from everything. So as I said for the weekly reading, this week is going to be shifty. It's going to be strong, good days, and other days it's going to be like the behind the scenes energy being the Three of Swords. But there is definitely things that are healing because the outcome of this reading is healer. So things are shifting and coming into place, all right? For twin flames in separation, this Temperance is telling you to really remove those obstacles, really let go of things that feel like they're not where they should be. Some of you, like there's a lot of fire in this one cup, while this other cup is draining out the emotions and leaning into this other cup where there's fire coming out. There is a lot of powerful emotions that are being released. So for twin flames in separation, the communication is absorbing that frustration and that lack of, and it feels to me like it's twixt in between. There's a lot of things that are coming through that want to come through. So with this Temperance, I'm feeling a lot of revealed truths coming through, a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions that are starting to break through and break off the patterns that it needed to break off. And today is a Wednesday, and it's a communication day because it's a Mercury day. So the energies are very, very strong today, but they're also feeling fluidity. You see how this water is spilling out, this cup is spilling the water out. Also, the Temperance a lot of times has to do with reconciliation. That could be reconciliation with communication. That could be reconciliation with your union coming back together face to face. For some of you, you are taking steps and you're coming close to union, while others of you, this Temperance could be showing you that there's spiritual guidance and spiritual awareness that you and your twin flame are coming back into. So if you're feeling like your twin flame union is not coming back into full union yet, or sometimes twin flames don't come back strictly in full union, you go into partial union. Like I am with my twin flame. I've been in partial union for 4 years now, and we are just now starting to come back into where we need to be so we could be back into union fully. And we came from a romantic relationship into a platonic union, so there's a lot of steps that we had to work through. This is not my reading with him, so I'm not even going to go there, but I'm just giving you examples. I'm just giving you the feeling that not all twin flames come back straight into union. Sometimes it could be a partial union. Sometimes it could be communication. So those of you who are feeling that your twin flame is not ready to come back into partial or even full union yet, there are steps that are coming back into reconciliation. That could be spiritual connections. That could be deeper love. That could be you and your twin flame working to get to those steps to come into union. There is reconciliation here. And because there's a lot of fire coming out of this cup, the emotions are being released and there's a lot of action coming in. However, I also see this in another way, because the water is pouring out the fire and taking out all the fires that have been stuck and stagnant. But most of the time when I look at fire, it's because there's a lot of action and a lot of closure coming in. There are a lot of endings that are coming into place for twin flames in separation to bring more balance, to bring more solidarity, to bring more harmony. So there's a lot of powerful steps that are coming in. There's a lot of hot energy. This Temperance has her hand on both of the cups, and I could tell her hand is getting burned there because of the fire. The cup is really hot. And these cups are metal, which metal usually has to do with action. So there's a lot of fire coming through this one cup, and it's at the top. This is coming from the bottom to the top. So what I'm also feeling with this is the top of the level of the cup. There's a lot of closures coming in. So twin flames and separation, you could be coming deeper into where you need to work as a team. So there is closure coming in for some of you. While twin flames and union, this could be you dealing with those obstacles, dealing with emotional healing that needs to be healed. Things are starting to work in your favor, for whether you're a twin flame in union or whether you're a twin flame in separation. A lot of closures are coming in and a lot of positive changes are coming in. So I feel a lot more flowing energy, a lot more fluidity. You just have to break off those issues that keep tumbling in your favor. When I say that, that sounds like it could be like, what? But sometimes there are obstacles that come into your favor for you to work on those triggers. So yes, they're coming into your favor. Maybe that doesn't sound right. It's like you're probably thinking, oh, what? How is that helping me? How is that in my favor? How is it in your favor? Because it comes to your triggers and it helps you to reveal what is triggered, what is needing to be healed, what is needing to be resolved. And that is what I mean by that. So there's a lot of strong fluidity that's coming into your favor to cut those triggers off and to reveal the truths that are coming through. And that's good for twin flames in union or in separation. Either way, there's a lot of positive changes, a lot of reinforcement coming back into your union. So I'm hearing that you really need to trust this, whether you're in the steps to coming close to union and separation, or you're working through spiritual awareness, through spiritual guidance, through more communication, more connection with your twin flame. This fire also could be linked to chemistry. There's a lot of action coming in, so there's more chemistry for some of you in separation. Your chemistry never really dies. It never really goes. It may be up and down energetically, but when you're in separation, there's a reason why you're in separation. There are things that need to be resolved. There are things that are hidden triggers that need to be cleared out, karmic wounds, past life issues, because your twin flame has been with you in every life. Twin flames are old flames that are reincarnated, and with every life you come into, you bring back things that were never resolved. So there's a lot of inner conflicts that I'm feeling that are finally being resolved for some of you in separation. So things are falling into place. That being said, just because you're in union does not mean that you have a perfect union all the time. Even twin flames in union, whether you're in partial union or you're in full union, there are twin flames that are still going through things that need to be resolved. Okay? So even though twin flames are in person or in communication, that does not necessarily mean that everything is perfect. There's still going to be ups and downs. And that's what I'm feeling with twin flames in union. You may still be going through ups and downs, but I feel a lot of strength presenting itself. So this flame is strong, and that is your twin flame in you. As I'm looking close at the flame, and there's two people there. There's two energies there, not just one. That's another thing that has to do with this flame. But I'm also feeling more, because the water is coming close to that fire to take the fire out. That is more energies that I'm picking up that are still being resolved. So there's healing coming in with this flame, with this twin flame energy here. But your flame is always going to be strong. Even if you're in union, you still have your issues, but you and your twin flame deal with the situation a little bit easier than you do when you are in separation. With what's going on, excuse me, with the union energy, this Two of Pentacles feels like there's, like I said at the very beginning of this reading, and I still say the same thing. I feel like a lot of logic is ruling right now, and there's a lot of pented up issues that have been ongoing, up again, off again, healed and cleared, up again, off again. So there have been attachments that have been reattached, which with twin flames in union or in separation. They're finally at a place where there's compromise and where there's a balance of energy. And there's a lot of yellow coming into this guy's hand here. So I feel like a lot of that is healing energy. There's a spark of communication. There's a spark of healing. There's a spark of harmony. There's a spark of balancing out what is triggering and what is going on. This could be thought. This could be emotions. This could be, how do we resolve this issue so that way it's fairly done? Because a lot of feeling, even twin flames in separation, your twin flame is feeling what you're feeling. You're feeling what your twin flame is feeling. Even though you're not with them in person, you're feeling what they feel. So I feel like a lot of that has to do with this Two of Pentacles. There's up and down energy throughout this week. But there's a lot of chemistry being resolved for some twin flames in separation, while others of you are balancing out your feelings and working through emotions that need to be resolved. There could be some last minute situations that may pop up today. But I do feel a lot of boundaries that are finally starting to be firm. There's like firmer boundaries, but for some of you, those boundaries are hindering. They're hindering and they're also hovering over what needs to be resolved. So you need to cut some of those losses and forgive your twin flame. If there's something that is there, you gotta draw the line somewhere. No, you don't want them to take advantage of you. Sometimes twin flames do because they're us. Or there might not be fully, completely truths. There could be some things that are still being resolved in their thoughts and what they will tell you, what they won't tell you. My twin flame and I are both in marriages, and there are some things that he will not tell me about his marriage, which is his business, and I don't tell him anything with mine unless we need to vent, okay? So for some of you that are dealing with a twin flame that has some obstacles still, he or she will tell you what they want you to know for now, but I do feel that this is balanced out. There's a lot of possibilities where your twin flame is going to start to feel more confident. There's more confidence coming in. I feel like they're starting to trust a little bit more, so there's trust coming back in. They're starting to feel that chemistry that I was talking about here. They're starting to get to the point where there's going to be some release of obstacles, some release of conflicts that are inner conflicts with things that maybe they were confused with. Even if you're in twin flame in union, you still have conflicts with confusion. But for the most part, I'm feeling like that confusion was filled with doubts. Was your twin feeling that they were insecure with whether or not they were actually feeling what they were feeling? Because when you're in union or you're in separation, when you're in a twin flame union, there is a lot of this, especially if you're in separation, there is a lot of this thought, am I really feeling it or am I going crazy? You're not going crazy. You both are balancing out your feelings. You're both working through whatever needs to be resolved. There's a lot of also what I'm feeling with this, because it's a yin and the yang. There's a lot of yin and yang balancing coming through. Sure, cool, awesome. But I also feel like some of this has to do with layers upon layers of communication that wants to come through finally. That being said, like I said, they're going to tell you, possibly because this is general, they'll tell you things that they're feeling confident with telling you, or telling things that they may or may not want to share with you. There's still a little bit of doubt of what they need to share with you, what they don't want to share with you. So if you have a little bit of that going on, whether you're in union or you're in separation, just let it hang. Just let it flow. Just let it go. Because there's still some things that are still coming into what they truly need to share with you. Twin flames in union, there's confusion that comes through at times, yes. But there's also a balance out with how to work through it and how to compromise and how to open up the energies that need to be revealed. There's some telepathic energy also coming through for twin flames in separation. One twin flame talking to the other twin flame. This could also be in dreams. But I'm hearing the words, there's a miracle in store for you. So that rainbow right here coming from one pentacle to the other pentacle, there's a rainbow coming in with clouds that are more white than gray. So there's more harmony. There's more truth and purification that's coming through. So there's a lot of honesty. So whether your twin flame is telling you everything and you feel like they're not telling you some things, just trust the process, because there is more balance coming in. Especially since this Two of Pentacles is on water. There's a lot of emotions. There's even a dolphin, which is a dolphin is a sign, a spirit animal for twin flames. Just so you know, for some of you that don't know. They mate for life with their partner. But this Three of Swords is what's going on here. Even though things feel like there's more flame that's being released, there's a lot of clarity coming through, there's a lot of yin and yang and balancing out the emotions, there's still some feelings here in this heart. And whenever I look at these swords with a twin flame, it really does have to do with emotions, feelings, and how to put things together. There's a lot of thought here that's still, for some of you, twin flames in separation especially, there's still some things that are being triggered that may have to do with doubt or may not have to do with doubt. This could also be you're mending the situations, and there's still some situations that I told you about with this Temperance card. I brought that up. I said there might be some things that are still being triggered. And this Two of Pentacles with this Three of Swords shows that it's being balanced out equally. This Temperance with the Three of Swords is a wait and see. Just let it go. There are things that are being released. There are things that are being shifted. So whether you're in twin flame union or you're in separation, the balancing is coming through. There's a lot of spiritual awareness coming through, even for twin flames in union. There's some spiritual awareness coming through. There's also more harmony, more physical connections coming through. So there's still some little bit of complacency that I feel is coming through with this Three of Swords. Look at this guy. He's just kind of like, what do I do? What did I do? What did I do wrong? What do I have to do to move forward? So there's still a lot of questions here for twin flames in separation. There's still a lot of feelings of what did I do that was wrong, or some kind of feeling of angst that is uncomfortable for them. So twin flames in separation, just give it a rest. Hang 10, okay? Hang low. Let things flow, because there's a lot of things that are being released. There's a lot of energies that are still emotionally connected with this Three of Swords. There's a lot of endings, and the Three of Swords I always use as a truth teller. And that's why I'm saying there's still some things that they may not want to tell you, whether you're in union or you're in separation. There's still some things that they're having a hard time opening up about. But I do feel that there's a lot of pressure being released, especially with the Queen of Swords being the opposing factor here. And the Queen of Swords, when it's upright, there's a lot of spiritual awareness. There's a lot of talking, a lot of opening up to a situation, not letting things affect you. So there is more balance coming in. So that you can be sure of, because it's all about strategies. It's all about ambitious decisions being made. So the opposing factor being the Queen of Swords, Queen of Spades, excuse me, Queen of Spades. There is some kind of yin and yang again with this yin yang. There's two queens here. One queen is making a decision on how to do things. The other queen is figuring out how to do things. So there's strategic planning coming in. One queen is saying that you need to do it this way. The other queen is saying you need to do it that way. So there's a lot of things that are still coming through and stepping into your power. So you need to let go of the questioning. It's okay to ask for guidance, but don't question it if you're asking for guidance and then all of a sudden you say, well, I don't know if it's this way. I really don't know. Is it really true? And that has to do with some twin flames in separation that are still going through those stages. Twin flames in union, this Queen of Spades, aka Queen of Swords, is saying to use logic. It's saying to get out of that Stone Age thought. Even twin flames in union actually will have some things that are triggered that are Stone Age, from lots of things that have been healed, but they bring up from time to time. There's always one twin flame that is going to ask questions, even though the question has been revealed and healed. Okay, so gotta let go of the questioning. One twin flame can ask, the other twin flame can question. So there's a balance that's needed right here. And because this is the opposing factor, there's a lot of that balancing out and a lot of that releasing the triggers and the triggers that are coming from the heart. So you can trust this situation, especially with this Queen of Swords being right next to the Three of Swords. And this Jack of Hearts, aka Nine of Cups, it's about unconscious thoughts that are coming to the surface. So there's contemplation. There's also with the Knight of Cups, anyway, that's a proposal. So there's a proposal to the situation, a way to bring in new beginnings of love. There's this Knight energy is really strong and powerful. But in this deck, which is the Illuminated Tarot, which is part Cartomancy and part Tarot, in this deck, this Knight of Cups is all about contemplation and questions coming to the surface to be able to heal the situation. And these two fishes are working together. Again, there's a side-by-side thing, a yin and a yang, a twin flame thing. So there's more emotions that are coming out of this. And whenever I see this card, I think of a lot of like outward questions that both, because these fishes are tail to tail instead of face to face. So for twin flames in separation, this is you and the two of you working through strategies. For twin flames in union, this tail to tail is, okay, well, I'm making my peace and I'm trying to make decisions. So there's a lot of contemplation here. I'm feeling the need to really just let the triggers resolve itself. I'm hearing there's more to do with the situation that is dealing with unconditional love. So a lot of this could have something to do with ego, especially if you're in twin flame union right now. But twin flames in separation, because twin flames in union, you're still going through phases of endings. For twin flames in separation, a lot of this is you both working and making details into what it is that you truly want to see. Making progress. There's decisions here that are coming together. The tails are still united, so you are still united. There's still that deep connection. There's a lot of healing being resolved, especially with healing being the outcome for today's energies. So, you know, there's a lot of fire coming in, hence with the with the Temperance. There's fire with the Temperance. There's fire and energy with this Healer card. There's also balancing out of emotions with the Two of Pentacles. And a lot of end-to-end closures. There's balancing out questions. There's balancing out emotions. So there's a lot of things that are coming to the thick of things. And with the Jet being the energy today, there's a lot of energies that are being, any negativity that's being resolved. You can handle the situation. Also with Jet, you can look into this crystal. As you can see my camera, you can actually use this to scribe. If for some of you that can look into crystal balls, you can actually use this to look in. It's almost like a mirror type of energy. So you can release your mirrored energies through the Jet. So if you're feeling any negativity coming from your twin flame and separation, you can use Jet and it'll release the negativity. It will, like I said at the very beginning, this will also help to release any kind of dirty energy, any kind of toxic energy that's going through with your twin flame at the moment. When you work with this, you can actually use this on your throat if there's anything that needs to be released negatively there. You can use Jet on your third eye and your crown. You can use it on your root, on your sacral or your solar. Just don't use it on your heart chakra, because it's black crystals on the heart. Sometimes it tends to make it too heavy. Unless you're using this to really release anything that's toxic on your heart, I still wouldn't suggest it. But Jet is really great for releasing any blocked energy, anything that's feeling blocked or heavy that needs to be transmutated. This is a really great crystal to do that, to work with. And it feels really smooth. It's got a golden color to it too. I love Jet. I use this whenever I feel like I've been psychically attacked, along with my black tourmaline and my black obsidian. Sometimes I use this after readings if I feel like I'm really tired after. I don't usually get drained from readings, but when I do, I work with Jet. All right, so anyway, these are the energies for today's twin flame energies. So take only what resonates. And when you need to book your private reading with me, you can visit my website, www.angelswhisper1122.com. And also, if you're following me on YouTube, thank you. I'm grateful for you subscribing to my YouTube channel. For those of you who aren't, I'm going to put a link in this comment section where you can actually go to the link and press subscribe, but make sure that you press the bell button too, because when you press that bell, you get instant access into my readings when I upload them. Share this with people who need the guidance, because there's a lot of things going on right now, especially with the Lionsgate. And if you're still feeling like energies from the Lionsgate energy, tomorrow is the last day of Lionsgate. So you may still feel a few urges going on, a few things going on. Work with Jet, because it'll release any negativity, any heaviness, any frustration, anything that needs to be resolved and transmutated and sent back to whoever is sending you negativity. This will release it. All right, so have a wonderful day and namaste.